naturally kids are inquisitive. As a baby, we throw things downstairs, we throw our food off of our high chair. So I guess thinking back to is the earliest times that I can remember, yes, I've always liked science. I've always been inquisitive. I've always made messes like every other kid. From an early start, I just love science.
All it takes is one really amazing teacher. And so right now, under the current COVID-19 pandemic, a lot of parents and caregivers have suddenly become teachers because they're having to do digital learning with their kids. So you've got an experiment that maybe parents or someone watching can introduce to their kids at home to maybe become hooked on science.
You're exactly right. Kitchens just like this one have become science labs across America as parents, not real scientists, are doing science like this right here. Uses everyday ingredients from around the house. You'll notice I have a gigantic red balloon. It's overfilled with my smelly breath. And then I have a very sharp object over here. It's an orange. You think it's going to cut me?
No.
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 If you're a balloon, you're going to want to be afraid of an orange. As humans, we're not. We eat them. They're a tasty treat. They can help boost our immune system with all that vitamin C. But this balloon is made of small pieces. The smallest unit of matter is an atom. Bottom line, it's like a puzzle piece, if you will. Or what I like to compare it to with kids is this is your Lego structure made up of small pieces. This is your little brother or sister who comes in the room and destroys it. So we're going to take apart those smaller pieces by using the orange. I've already pre-pilled it here. This peeling contains something called a limonene. It's an oil, and that oil will take apart the smaller pieces. Now, let me remind you, you got to have safety gear. Don't do any science experiments unless there's an adult around. Wear the appropriate safety gear and don't eat or drink your science experiment. Okay, I'm going to squeeze the oil on there. You might want to hold your ears. It is a loud pop. Squeeze it on there just like that. The smaller pieces are taking apart the balloon. Now, sometimes, depending on the freshness of the orange, depends on how quickly it pops. Whoa.
So it was
Pretty
the
cool.
oil that made the balloon pop.
Yes, the smaller pieces, the oil took it apart, and then basically the whole balloon popped. The fresher the orange, the bigger the balloon, the faster you're going to be able to do that.
Okay, so what's that teaching me about science?
It's all about matter. So matter is anything that takes up space and has mass. Most kids across America are learning about matter in the 2nd grade and 5th grade at elementary school. They learn that everything around us is matter. There's 3 main states, solid, liquid, gas. So if I was a parent at home doing this experiment, I would start with just that. Hey kids, matter everywhere, all around us. Give me an example of a solid. Well, this table's a solid. Orange juice, a liquid, a gas, breathe in deep, so 3 main states of matter. Here, let's use matter to pop a balloon, and that's the oil and the peeling to take apart the smaller pieces.
I love that. So the bottom line is don't be afraid of science, right?
You're exactly right. And I get that often with parents. Hey, Jason, you're a science guy. You've got a science background. I don't. I barely got through science class in high school. And what I try to help parents understand is that you don't need to be a scientist. Your kid is naturally inquisitive. Encourage them to ask questions, and don't be afraid to go read a book about science, or for that matter, look it up online to try to help your kid better understand.
I love it. Jason Lindsey, who is a certified STEM educator, he's a digital meteorologist, and he is hooked on science. Thanks for joining us here on Coffee Near Me. And remember, you can keep the conversation going. Who would you like to sit down and have a cup of coffee with? I'm Barbara Deeb, coming to you through social distancing from my dining room. Thanks for joining us. Thanks, Jason.
You're welcome. Thank you.